Also, fun fact, I haven't been recording either of our voices at this point, up to this point for the stream.
No.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is
that bookkeeping.
all that bookkeeping.
All that bookkeeping that we're gonna need to remember for the next time.
The prologue, all of that has not been recorded. It's just been the background music this whole time.
Do you want to reread the prologue?
No! Summer.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, Jesus.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, this will be the official intro. I'll cut out everything else. Official intro. Bob, Andrew, Ryan playing their characters, going on an adventure. Yes.
Howdy. Hey, howdy.
They're getting a job from Mr. Darby. He's gonna get a airship. He's gonna go and pick up stuff from a dig site. He's got crazy rich people, crazy rich Asians with him, and he's got the authoritative guild with him. But also the creepy little German kid was like, "Yo, there's something dangerous out there, and you should probably try to get rid of it."
Hakan Hara.
Yes, the Lashon Hara is what he called it.
I can't. Okay.
Sagirazim.
Yes. And so, yes, they've been given the authority to be the security group for this mission. There we go. Everything's all caught up. And we did a lot of bookkeeping unnecessarily. Cool.
We're bad at this.
We're very bad at streaming and playing games and being people. Anyways, let's pretend to be people.
Thaddeus will walk up to the captain that we clearly know the name of. I totally didn't miss that. And introduce the crew to him with the letter of introduction from Darby. Good day there, Captain... is it McKellen?
McKellen.
Or Massellin? Okay. Sorry, I can't read. Yeah. I need to zoom in there. There we go. Good day, Captain McKellen. What time is it? Should I be saying good day?
It's about noon. Just a bit before noon.
Good day, Captain McKellen. Myself and my associates, and I'll gesture around everyone, are here on to provide security for your trip today. There and back again. And I'll present the letter.
He takes it. So, because you made the reference, when writing these, everything's supposed to be broken down to the 3 chapters for the stories. Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 is there and back again. So yes, you very much made the same joke I did.
Reference to fucking Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Okay. And the Hobbit.
Well, the Hobbit. Yeah, it's the Hobbit. Fucking fake fan.
Fake fan.
It's called There and Back Again only in Lord of the Rings. In the Hobbit, it's not called that whatsoever.
I know.
So fuck you guys. Read the Silmarillion and fucking hate your life.
You don't even like Rings of Power. You're a fake fan.
You know what?
I'm true. Sorry. I'm racist because I don't like the Black Elves. Oh fuck, that's true though. Sorry, I'm a white rich aristocrat. I'm allowed to say these things.
Privilege.
Yes. Anyways, yes, he takes the envelope and goes, so you're the Derby security I heard about, yes? And he opens it and briefly looks at the letter and is like, that seems about right. Welcome aboard, gentlemen. I believe you have been privy to what our trip will entail. A flight out to Ridley, a wonderful little industrial town. Quite the sight, built almost into the side of a mountain it is. And he says, like, well, yeah, I know. Very much a little mirror of the Thad. Like, well, I'll leave you to, you're free to roam the ship as you please. I would suggest, we do have some staff-only labeled doors. Please don't bother the staff if they're in there, and if you find anything, please don't tinker or tamper with it. This is a very delicate machine, and I have he pats the shoulder of the guy next to him. I have my very well-trained team here, who are all specialized in their various fields, you see. It's quite a luxurious event we're putting on here, and it's quite like anything luxurious. It's quite delicate, you see. So just try to keep a light touch with how you move around my ship, if you don't mind. Otherwise, you're welcome aboard.
Very good. I'll make sure to pass that message along to my compatriots, and I'll kind of stare over at Wheeler, and then look back. Do you happen to have the shipping manifest, just so I can give it a once over? I'd like to know what we're making sure everything is safe.
Well, I believe that's up in the captain's bridge, and the technician next to me was like, I have it here, sir. We're currently going through the manifesto as they load it up. I was like, oh, brilliant! He's like, here it is. Let me see here. And he kind of fingers through it. Now I have this down. I put it.
Did you flush it down the toilet?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Did you use a wipe?
No, that was the shitting manifest.
Oh. Where I put it. Maybe it's actually in.
That's where a lot of things.
I know. That.
In the captain's quarters.
That's true.
Bridge.
Yeah, this is
A captain's log.
I swore I put it down, and I can't find it anywhere in the places it should be.
Weird. It's like
So just give me the key items instead.
Yes. Essentially, yes, the log basically states what they're loading up is mostly food. Canned foods, dried foods, things that non-perishable type of stuff. They also have at least one crate of equipment, having miscellaneous things such as ammo, armor, and gear. And then just like tools and stuff would be another crate. But for the most part, yeah, most of these are supposedly filled with food. And as sitting there, as these guys come in with a crate and drop it off, they announce what they're dropping off. So what they'll just say, canned goods, this many pounds or whatever.
And then checking it off the list.
Yeah. And when they drop the crate off, they go up towards the northeast, towards a large hangar where they're carrying the boxes out from.
With them dropping it off, does it say? Is it on the crates? Is there any wording? Reading it off the crate, or do they just know what they're dropping off when they're?
Yeah, they know what they're getting from the warehouse.
Okay. Oh, very good then. Carry on. We'll start familiarizing ourselves with the ship, if you do not mind.
Yes, please enjoy. I'll let you know that the upper floor, the top floor, that's the exhibit hall. That's where we're going to put together the little show Mr. Darby's got going on. But it's quite got the most luxurious furniture. I would get yourself a good seat now. We don't have that many cushions. And just
you scallywag, you. And yeah, I'll start moving off.
Okay.
And motion to all of the Frenchmen behind me to follow. My good Frenchies.
Your band, the French Revolution.
I mean, the mime one is the best one.
Yeah.
It's Meme, thank you very much.
Sorry, Meme. Meme.
Lin Meme.
Is he gonna bring love to the Zentradi's hearts?
Of course, especially on an airship. When this thing transforms, oh shit, it's going down.
If you want, you don't have to follow them, Wheeler. You can go on your own adventure.
I am following them.
Go start a fight with the guild. Piss on their legs.
I am following them.
Okay.
As we walk through, so I have to zoom out to actually move.
And just to make it visually, the thing you guys are standing on is like a large hatch door that'll close up.
I figured.
Yeah, just making sure.
I'm gonna do this. That'll just make me easier to move. Get through to here.
And yeah, so these ladders here are actually doors that fold out for people to walk in from the ground floor.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering if those were doors.
Yeah. Yeah, I did not. I realized it as I was putting the mask. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't label doors and shit. So that's why everything's just kind of empty and doesn't have the white box or whatever. So.
These are benches?
Yes.
Okay. The narrow hallways?
Yeah, the hallways are pretty damn narrow, like, and especially for Bolt, you're hunched over in this place. It's hard to move around. Inside this cabin area, these black parts are steel girders that arch over and create little arches across.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, this is hallway leading to the front of the ship, which you can easily see that there's labels pointing towards it as the engine room.
There's 3 levels to this.
Okay.
Yep.
So there's engine rooms up here. I'm going to leave. Click. I'm going to leave Pierre on this floor at the very
Okay.
least.
There's a ladder, right?
It is, but it's not. That's what I was explaining. Is this is technically a door that folds out to make a stairway to climb into the ship.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, it's on both sides.
That's right.
But currently they're closed.
Right.
On the entrance to certain areas, are there like solid doors or anything like that, or is it just kind of open archways?
Solid doors. They're basically like aluminum doors, since everything on this ship's supposed to be pretty lightweight.
Okay.
So you almost feel that you are enough to knock these doors open and shoulder them. Like, you don't need to rely on Bolt because they're so kind of flimsy.
You are enough.
Yes. For great hair care.
Yes.
Let's see, going in.
Yeah, exploring the engine room, just giving it a once over.
Just there's already some engineering. And they're basically like checking some of the machines, and you pop in and they immediately kind of look at you like, yes, can we help you, sir?
We're the Derby security. We're just giving everything a once over, familiarizing ourselves with the ship, as it were. You know, making sure that you guys are going to be A-okay.
Okay, and reassurance is always a nice thing to have. But just please try not to mess with the engines. If those were to break, we might be stuck in the air, which not a good situation for a ship with limited food.
Understood. Carry on.
Anything unique about these engines?
Want to go ahead and just give me an artifacting to see if you grasp everything about this?
Sure.
Just on a general what everything is, what it do.
What it do?
11.
Okay, so on the north and south side, where this engineer is, or technician, you can see that there's like a console there, and there's one on that he's at as well, next to these giant like turbine engine looking things. And it definitely looks like, yeah, that's a control panel for controlling the engine. It's got a accelerator. It's got a kind of a lever for turning. It looks like it can turn about 90 degrees total.
Okay.
Probably, and you would have seen this coming in. There are giant engines on the outside of these big wings. So most likely, yes, these allow them to turn the engines to angle it anywhere between 45-degree angle going down and 45-degree angle going up.
Okay.
And then these large circular things are giant brass canisters that are clearly labeled as flammable, and seem to be you can easily tell by the stains that they're filled with some sort of oil or possibly even gasoline. And from the front, where the guy's sitting at the small desk in the front, there's a tube there that looks like a speaking tube that connects to somewhere else in the ship. So yeah, this is definitely the center of getting the ship to go of its own course.
Are we allowed to go up these stairs yet, or
You guys are free to go wherever you need.
okay,
So-
I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you guys to finish your thing.
As long as these guys look like they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I got nothing else in here. Okay.
They from what you can tell, like these guys look like this one's fiddling with things and seems to be going through a checklist on it, and the other guy's just kind of sitting there observing.
Well, we'll be out of your hair then. We have a man stationed patrolling this floor. His name is Pierre. If you have any troubles, have him reach me immediately.
We can do that, yes. Well, thank you for the aid.
Good day then. Tip my hat and walking off.
Okay. Go up to the floor. Everyone who's currently not here. Flip upside down. Lower deck to the middle deck. Ow.
I keep having like a holding my breath moment every single time it switches because it takes a second for it to load in. So I just see a white screen. I'm like, oh, please don't fuck up.
I did have a bit of a panic attack when I was like, so I'm like, okay, upload everything to the mod. It's like, okay. I'm like, cool. Make a new instance of the mod to invite you guys to. And I make it, and it goes, there is something here that is locally only file that is being loaded locally and will not show up in multiplayer. I'm like, but what is it? And it's like, and so I'm like, fucking hell. And I had to go through everything just like, what is it? This? Is it that? Is it? Yeah.
So these question marks are people that we don't know? Or...
These are all people from down below. I'm not, rather than
my
move them
bad.
off the table.
Sorry.
Yeah, just so they're not there as far as you guys can see. But
So
yes,
barracks.
so yes, you now come up to the set. This is the second floor.
Door?
Yes, there's a door that, again, I didn't do doors right. That door is labeled as the crew cabin.
I mean, it makes sense with all the lockers.
Yes, and yeah, peeking your head in, you find it's empty. And yeah, there's a series of lockers around the area with 2 bunk beds, allowing for 4 people to sleep. And just like the room below, there's another speaking tube at the end of this one.
Are these also bunk beds? Or these are rooms?
Yes, these look like they're going through them. They're all cabins for guests, where they have a large couch in each one, and yeah, a bunk bed. All of it fairly nice.
Wall between these two?
Yes.
Okay.
And these
Oh,
are
I
small little bathrooms at the end of these halls.
Only one door right here.
Where? Oh, yes.
Yeah, doors aren't really...
Oh, yeah.
no door here.
Again, yeah, the
Yeah.
door.
This door works.
These doors make sense.
Right, but so
doors.
whenever I place those little white doors that I usually do,
Yeah.
you're only allowed like one layer of those. So I had to do them. I couldn't do them while I was building the maps. I was supposed to do it when I exported them all today, and I completely forgot.
I see.
So it just, yeah, I didn't get to it. Like I said, today.
As long as we're recording our voices now.
Yes, that everything's good on that end.
I am going to tell Mame to hold the door. Since we peeked in here and there's no one in here, I'm on Dark Thad and kind of search the crew quarters just in case. And tell Mame, if any, I want to say employee, but I don't have a better word right now. Approaches, knock on the door. Yeah, crew. Thank you.
Come on, knock on our door.
Knock on the door.
That are you going that way, Wheeler?
I was gonna go that way. Yeah.
Okay. You will know that as you were passing by the stairs here, you could hear someone coming up the stairs from the floor you guys came from.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, you're just checking the rooms out, I'm assuming?
Yeah. There's no. I mean, I assume I can't There's nothing here I can search for.
I mean, you could. You could search under the beds, search under the couches, search between the cushions, find a coin.
Get a bullet.
Mm-hmm. Check the toilet for a toilet gun.
Oh, fuck, toilet guns.
Yeah. 7 days to die, toilet guns.
You know what? Having said that, I do feel like I need to use the little boy's room.
He goes into someone's room.
It just shits on the floor.
Yeah.
It wasn't properly labeled.
I saw a teddy bear, so it's clearly the little boy's room.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
Any luggage? Anything? Sorry, good.
Oh, you're pooping out the meal you got from Gregory.
Yep.
Bolt's searching for luggage. Nope. So far, this place looks like it's been cleaned out, and nobody's used it, or is at least setting up for it.
Nothing under the bed.
Not off a quick glance.
Okay.
One of the technicians has arrived. He seems to be carrying two sacks over each shoulder. Starts walking towards the crew cabin. So yeah, Mame, knocks on it.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have time to have my men check the lockers at this point. Before the knock.
Right, yes. It would have been you guys just kinda got in there.
Okay.
Approaches.
I'll start leaving here with the knock. Jacques, stop it.
Jacques always the naughty one.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacques.
Walk out.
Kinda.
Oh, good day, sir, and I'll tip my hat to him.
Kinda.
We're the Derby security. Don't be alarmed. We understand that that's your quarters.
He kind of just goes, okay, good to know. Just moves in. Closes the door behind him. Just looks like he was just bringing some supplies up.
Yep. Fiddlesticks, I wanted to search that place.
You're having a nice poop over there, Wheeler.
I am about to get out.
It's not the nicest bathroom for luxury, but then again, you did overhear Thad being told that the top floor is the nice floor.
I do remember Thad telling me or saying that the third floor is the nice floor. So I'm going to go up there. When everybody else is ready, I guess.
Didn't wash his hands.
You don't know
Plastic
that.
Wheeler.
To be fair, there's no sink in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
say it.
100%. I will instruct Mame to patrol this floor, and if any trouble, the same thing with who did I leave in the bottom?
Yeah.
Pierre. There we go.
He goes, oui, Monsieur Greywater.
What did I say about talking?
That's right. He puts himself in his timeout box.
Oh. That's better.
Okay.
And then I will be ready to move on.
Just to put him out of the way of the door.
Understood, yeah.
And Bolt, are you gonna keep checking the rooms?
Yeah, just checking through the rooms, not digging into them, but just
right.
cursory glance under the bed and see if it quick glance for stowaways or anything awkward hidden in any of the rooms, or?
No, you're not. No initial sights of anything. It's very similar to the rooms you guys have at the sick bitch. Everything's been kind of pre-made and looks kind of nicer than the sick bitch. Has a little more personality. But otherwise, seems like it's just unoccupied.
Okay. I'll go through the rest as well if I can. But,
yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
But nothing. Yeah, no obvious things.
Without tearing everything apart.
Right.
I don't think I'm ready to tear things apart just yet. Yeah, okay, I'll continue upstairs with him.
Yeah, I have to introduce a time loop for that to happen.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, everyone goes up another flight of stairs to the top deck. Oop. At which point you enter a large exhibit hall.
Ooh,
Thank you.
this carpet is nice.
This is a nice.
Yeah, it's a very nice carpet. But no blackjack or anything up here, huh?
No hookers, no blackjack.
Okay. Where's Setzer?
But these bathrooms have sinks.
These
Both the
bathrooms
days.
do have sinks.
Oh wow! Oh man! And wait, is that ham?
It's bread.
Is that bread?
Bread.
Oh damn! All right. Well, I start cutting myself a little slice of bread.
Yeah, you're free to do so.
Yeah.
There's nobody seemingly nobody here to stop you.
No cheese spread or butter with that?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
No, there is.
Again, the festivities haven't really started.
Looks like there's like a thing here.
Those are
Maybe
bottles of
plate.
booze.
Okay, bottles of booze, even better. And then those are something.
Those are wine bottles. The brown would be like a whiskey or
Oh yeah. Cool.
yeah.
So I'm going to grab a cup.
And
I'm going
yes,
to
there are cups.
Probably fill the cup up, probably like halfway,
Mhm.
and then just take the bottle with me.
Very good, very good.
Wait, there's more bread over there?
Yes, there's bread on both sides. You're flanked by bread.
Yeah.
Bread has you in a pincer maneuver.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got mine.
My celiac disease.
But yes, the room is nice, luxurious carpet. There's couches all around.
Empty?
Yes. Nobody has occupied the room just yet. And there are 5 display cases kind of set up throughout the room, but they are all empty currently.
Okay. I would like to inspect the display cases. They are full display cases. They have the glass and everything on them.
Yes.
Okay, so they're just empty.
Mhm.
Is there anything about them that, like, security devices or anything of that sort? Are those pillows, or are they actually something that, like, opens up right there?
These are the same ones I did from the dinner party mausoleum one, so these aren't made for this specifically.
Gotcha.
They're just wooden boxes with glass case walls. If you want to give me a notice duel, I'll let you know if you find any security stuff.
I'll let my good friend who's a great engineer do that. Bolt, mind if I assist you in taking a look at this? I want to check out the security in this.
We'll come over and... Notice, or is it a...
Because you have decent notice?
It's either notice, or if you're wanting to like check it out, like build wise, you could do.
artifacting?
No, because it's not machine. It has to be homesteading.
Oh, then I would homestead it, because I have... It's tenacity, so I have a +5 to that.
Then I will assist you.
Okay, because I have no points in it.
I have 1 rank in it.
Perfect, so I'll get a +6 to this duel then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wheeler's already out of the front of the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, God!
Take it as a
It's halfway.
It's a total of a 7 already. Do I make it better? Do I care to make it better? Homesteading is the more specific one. I'm fine with the 7. 7's pretty good.
Okay.
Mhm.
These definitely seem to be more display than security.
Okay.
The polished wood and everything. Specific thing you're noticing not so much from the craftsmanship of the display cases, but in how they're positioned. They're all bolted to the floor. So there's no chance of them really tipping over.
Okay. And how, is the glass really just placed on top of it? Like if I grabbed it and tried to lift it, I'd probably be able to, or they kind of locked in place?
They're it's latch doors, so it's like you can
Okay.
open a latch door to reach inside. And
Gotcha.
there's no specific locking mechanism, so it's just hand latch.
Okay. I'm good with that.
Okay.
Wheeler, take us.
Yeah. Wheeler's off day drinking on the
Yep.
front of the ship.
Drinking on the front of the ship.
So yeah, you are currently at the front, and right next to you is the captain's quarters, where you can see there's a guy sitting inside at what looks to be some sort of radio console, and he just seems to be fiddling with things and checking on the machine. But otherwise, and yes, if you this whole thing is surrounded by a railing, so you can get drunk and hopefully not fall off the ship.
Hopefully.
And also, these things on this side are ladders towards the roof of the cabin.
Oh.
Do you
have a map for it?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
There is technically a 4th floor that isn't an actual floor.
No. Okay, well. Looks like I noticed something.
Oh god, it's something to climb.
Yep.
Mhm.
Spider-Man's in action. Okay, so yeah, you'll climb up there and you'll be able to see the tippy top, but
Yes.
for the time being, we'll
For the
go
time
back
being.
to Thad and Bolt, enjoying the nice exhibit hall.
And none of the cases are labeled with what's going to be in them.
No, there's no sign as to what they'll hold.
Okay.
Where's the door for this
dead center.
locker room? Dead center?
Yeah.
And then to get into here, is it out here?
The sides.
The sides?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not
connected.
That's not connected, so that's...
And then there'd be doors here and there, I'd assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
There, and there? Yeah. Okay, that'll make sense. Checking out this kitchen?
Chimney, yeah.
Yeah.
You go inside and there's a big cupboard here. Has latch doors on it so they don't swing open when the thing's going. There's a prep table in the middle. Underneath that guy has some running water, a little sink.
Okay.
And there's a refrigeration unit.
Okay. I'll have my guys check the fridge for anything suspicious. And
it explodes. No, there's there's.
Look, you never know.
Yeah. Opening up, they will find that there's some cheeses and meats, mostly pre-sliced stuff that is prepared for delicate snacking. It doesn't look like they have enough food for large meals. But there's also
charcuterie.
Yeah, exactly. This is rich people eating, man. And then checking the cabinet. Easily, it's not locked, so you can open the latch doors, and you'll find bottles of alcohol, as well as some sealed containers of water, and a lot of bread.
Oh, my Frenchmen are happy with this.
Yeah, they're.
You're
Monsieur,
like home.
yeah. Monsieur, I might tamper with the evidence.
Restrain yourself, Frenchman. How uncouth can you be? I don't really care to explore too heavily. Cursory glance and make sure it doesn't look like anything's
Yeah.
Kind of more so take note of how it looks now in case it changes later.
Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, that's what this whole intro part is like. Yeah, look around and see what's here. Other than that, Bolt, you're going to check out the rear side?
Mm-hmm.
Bolt's all about that booty.
Yep.
Checking out the rear. Yeah, you walk out back, and the only real thing of notice are these 3 gray boxes on the back. They are large cylinders with a crank and a lever attached to them, mounted onto the backside of the ship.
Box with a crank and lever, but like no like cable coming out of it.
Nope.
Okay. Looking up, I see the balloons.
Yes, above you, you can just see the shadow of a giant silver balloon overhead.
Okay. Do these boxes look like they'd be for like tethering the ship down or something like that? I guess what would they?
Not really. They're self-contained. They don't have any sort of exposed cable.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically a mounted cylindrical container with a lever up on top of it, or not on top, but on the side of it, and then there's a crank underneath that lever.
Okay. Trying to figure out what this would do.
You can give me an artifacting.
Let's
Kind
do
of
that.
understand it. It's either that or engineering.
I'm one better in artifacting.
Okay.
So let's 12. Do I want to cheat that? I'll keep it just in case. So 12.
12. Okay. What you can surmise is that these things most likely are used as some sort of anchoring or braking mechanism due to it being on the rear side of the ship. And 3 of them being mounted, they probably are used in some sort of conjoined effort. But without either operating them or opening them up to see for sure, you can't be totally sure of it.
Okay. Let's not tamper with anything just yet.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Wheeler, Spider-Man,
Yes.
is going to climb to the top.
Yes.
I was just
Oh,
going to flip you guys
okay.
upside down. Oh, you're going outside.
I'm gonna move to the crew or the
Okay.
captains.
This guy gets flipped.
And we're the same on both sides, so.
Yeah. Phew. So yeah, you climb the ladder and get on top of a slick, smooth, almost curved roof, where you have these big brass cylindrical containers built into the roof.
Okay.
Uh,
Pillars.
these are steel girders that go up. There are more ladders on each one of the pillars that goes up even higher, and above you is a catwalk suspended up in the air. There's another layer of height.
Jesus
But I
Christ.
can't get up there.
Yeah, the ladders.
Ladders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see it now.
So you can and the catwalk is pretty much at height of the balloons.
If there's somebody out on the catwalk, I would be able to see them.
Yes,
correct?
it's see-through,
Okay.
and you don't see anybody up there.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's cool. Brad, chomp.
Drinking booze, fall off the roof.
Yeah. That's cool.
Turns into a ghost, falls into the things.
Falls to the bottom floor.
Yeah.
Gets severely injured.
As we're in flight, land
Yeah.
on the train.
Yeah.
Cool. All
Some
right.
reason panther down.
I'll go back down.
Okay. And yeah, being outside, both Bolt and Thad could have easily have seen Wheeler kind of like clumping around on the top.
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
Because yes, it is a metallic aluminum surface, and it's hollow, so you can kind of hear a little thud each time he even gently steps around.
Okay.
So, yeah,
If he's done, I'm going to the captain's quarters.
Yeah.
you can hop inside the captain's quarters.
Unlocked? Just fine?
Yep.
Okay.
The guy at the radio like turns around and looks like he's about to go, Captain, what? And then he sees you. He's like,
Good day, sir. I just would like to introduce myself and my compatriots. We are the security hired by Darby. We're here to keep you safe.
Yes, we were told we were going to have private security as well as guild. Okay, it's good to know you and your men's face, and I'll be sure to let you know if I spot anything out of the ordinary.
Very good, and I'll gesture to Renault. He will be stationed on this floor. I hope he does not get in your way. You know the French, they're always a little iffy with manners.
He kind of goes, well, you have to clear that with the captain. I don't believe...
I don't mean in here necessarily, good sir. Don't you worry.
Oh,
I just mean patrolling out on the deck and just around. And if anything should go wrong, just tell him, and he'll come find us so we may solve whatever problem you might have in full force.
Okay, very good then. I'll leave you to your work then.
If I might ask you a question, if you're not too busy, of course.
He looks back at the radio and just like, yeah, I'm pretty sure everything works fine. Yes, what do you need?
I'll gesture to the two microphones. I assume that each one of these is for each one of the decks, yes? The quarters and the engine room, yes?
And he goes, yes. You can. And he points towards the north one. And you can see that one's labeled the crew quarters, and one
Quarters.
on the southern one is labeled as the engine room. You have to. And he actually gets up and shows you, like, picks up the thing and bends it. He's like, if it sits up straight, it actually muffles the sound, so that way they aren't listening to us all the time. You have to pull it over to yourself to block the tube, or to unblock the tube.
Oh,
And kind of shows you how it works.
Thank you for giving me such fine instructions. I hope I don't need to use it. I hope I can leave that to the fine crew of this ship.
Yes, the captain typically is the one barking orders, as you could assume. Yes, our captain is a bit of a character. I'm sure you figured already.
He seems like a fine gentleman.
I like to imagine Wheeler's got his face up to the glass door, like laughing, like
Blowing on the glass.
yeah,
and, like,
fogging it up.
I'm just laughing because I knew where you were going with that.
As he's explaining this, I would like to just glance around, like, what's over here? I get that that's the radio. But...
Yeah, again, the table's pre-built to look like that. That's got a big map laid out on top of it, and it looks like it's specifically like your guys' course from leaving Malifaux to Ridley. And there's also a couple other like stacks of books, but they're not open. But most likely they are all navigation / like ship manifest kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for your time. Do carry on.
I believe I will. And thank you for the aid. Takes a seat.
Walk back out and then instruct Renault that he will be patrolling this floor. So I will only have Jacques with me for actually bodyguard.
And Bolt.
Well, I meant guys that I'm directly controlling.
And Bolt.
Yes. Don't forget Bolt.
Yeah, don't forget Bolt.
It's Sir Wilkinson to me.
But yeah, so you guys have gotten a pretty good lay of the ship.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
I'm good to go down and just ask the captain when people are arriving, that sort of thing, and then if people are arriving anytime soon, pretty much just wait and then greet them, introduce myself and the compatriots as the security.
Mm-hmm. Everyone gonna tag along for that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're free to get back up on that roof, Spider-Man.
Hey, you asked, and I made a decision.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, I'll have to jump to middle. Renault stayed, right?
Oh yeah, Renault
Okay,
stayed.
Just... as you come down the stairs to the mid-floor, and as you're about to come up these stairs, that same technician that carried bags into the crew room has another 2 bags over his shoulders, and he sees you guys, and before you start coming down the stairs, he actually backs off and goes like, "Oh, yes, go first." Let you guys pass.
Thank you. Do you require aid with all of that you're hauling? And also, what supplies is that?
He kind of, no, it's my job to carry the supplies up for the cabin room. And he kind of shifts one bag on his left shoulder. He's like, this one has mostly canvas in it in case we need to do any emergency repairs for the balloons. They can bring a leak from time to time, and he hoists up the one on his right shoulder. I know this one's right. Yeah, the bag on his right shoulder, it jingles a line. He's like, this is a lot of tools we use, specific tools for the engine room and any other type of repairs. Perhaps the air brakes on the back, or the balloon gas canisters we have mounted on the roof. You need specific tools for those, typically.
Oh, fascinating stuff. Do carry on. Sorry to be a bother.
Nope, no bother. Kind of waves you guys off.
So yeah, go back to the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, Jack is just untapping me now. Cool.
I have officially eaten Jock.
Yeah, well, no, he's the Jacques. He's the horse jockey.
Yeah.
On my.
He's riding piggyback. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Thank you for knocking me off. That worked out great. Unclick. There we go. Hello there again, Captain. As I apparently get right up in his
right in his fucking face. He's like, it's like, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your tour of my fine ship. Quite the beauty, huh?
Very much so. I do love it. It is. Honestly, I've never seen anything like it.
Yes, well, unfortunately, fortunately you couldn't see it in its heyday, ever since the guild forced the tethers on us. There's just not as much as fun adventure when you're traveling by rail. Back when we first came to Malifaux, these things could fly unfeathered. Oh, the wild places you could go with these things. Of course, you had a lot more crashes back then, but that's the spirit of it all.
Oh, that sounds all so fascinating. I would have loved to seen it. My grandfather also was a grand adventurer. He loved to explore the world, and I'm sure that he would have been the first person to actually board such a vessel.
Yes, anyone of fine taste enjoys a Winston Finnegan dirigible. They're the highest of high class, both in luxury and in airspace.
Fucking infomercial pops up.
And you could be an owner now with just
Yeah.
$9.99.
It's a timeshare, actually. I would then ask about when are the guests due to arrive? I would like to greet them and introduce the crew, so we're not such an eyesore to them. They understand our presence.
Yes, most of the guests for Mr. Darby are actually waiting. He kind of points towards the south end, like we have a waiting room for them while we do these preliminary checkings. I will signal to one of my technicians to tell them to board when we're ready. I'll have everyone meet in the exhibit hall at the top, and I will give my opening address to the crew and the guests. Typically telling everyone to welcoming them aboard, and certain operations on the ship, things to be aware of. There is a couple jolts and bumps that go on as we move, but you'll be able to see everyone then. Don't want them just hanging around here when we haven't properly prepared everything for them. Again, it's that sign of luxury when the moment you step aboard, you have people waiting on you hand and foot. That's what we aim for here.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait to see your crew in action. And then I will walk away, and I will actually kind of do the same thing to both group of guards. Just walk up to them and introduce us as the Darby security, and I look forward to working with you. My grandfather was actually in the guild as well, and all the stories he would tell, I understand that you all are a fine, well-oiled machine when it comes to such services, and kind of butter them up before bidding them adieu. But like, kind of same spiel to both of them.
Right. For the most part, they just kind of give you that's great, buddy, kind of. All right. None of them seem to be particularly happy with this trip, but they don't really elaborate too much into that unless you want to pry.
Well, from what I understand already, they're kind of having to go on this trip to be dropped off at a place where people don't want to be, and then relieving the people that are there. So, yeah, they're going to the shitty work. I'm good with that. I don't care if I'm right or not. I'm good with that. Fuck these guys.
Any of them looking at Bolt weird or anything like that?
Not really. They seem to be more looking outward, kind of like, is anyone weird approaching the ship? Is anyone doing anything weird on the horizon? Yeah, seeing that you guys are already kind of buddy-buddy with the captain, they're like, okay, these guys are kind of supposed to be here.
And this is their correct armaments: 1 rifleman, 2
normal
sword and
guards,
pistol.
yeah.
Okay. In case things go south. Be roughly 8 of them. When you said roughly 8 before, was that supposed to include the captain that's going with them?
No.
Okay, so a total of 9. Well, roughly.
Wait, no, what? Oh.
Of the
Yeah.
guild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm ready to fly out.
Well, my bottle's empty. Time to get another.
My puppies are screaming.
Yes. Let's retire to the. I forgot what to
The
call this.
exhibit hall.
Exhibit hall, yeah.
And
And wait for the guests.
the captain say, she won't have to wait long. We're nearly ready to take off.
Very good. Thank you. Fuck, I forgot his name. I
Captain
had it.
McKellen.
Captain McKellen.
Okay.
Fuck, it is Lord of the Rings.
What? Because he's Ian McKellen?
Yeah.
No,
and there.
that wasn't why he was named that.
Damn it.
Good try, though.
Anyways.
Okay, so yeah, you guys quickly jump back up. So yeah, you guys can get up to the exhibit hall.
That's a good place to stay.
Head up. As you're hanging out in the room, see two more attendants come up. They seem to be carrying packages, and they walk in and looks like they're delivering them into the kitchen.
I'm going to be.
Yeah, goodbye to the bread.
Yeah.
Reno.
Yes.
And okay, yeah. Outside of the two guys who kind of go into the kitchen, nobody really enters the room for a while. Until eventually you hear a loud air horn. Like, Great Proboscis is upon us. Yep, there you go. There we go. That'll work. At which point, the captain then enters from here and kind of takes a position over there, followed by attendants, or technicians, and then another technician, same one from the radio room. It was the one standing next to him. To the exhibit hall, and slowly people start to pour in. So we'll start with the guests first. Yes, walking across the plank bridge to the south, you get 8 people come in. There are guests along with Hector and Darby, everyone's favorite little man. They'll take up positions over here. They're kind of chattering amongst each other. And then we get a whole lot of guild boys coming in. Same. Actually, no, from below. So right over here comes these two. And behind them comes a whole
Okay.
bunch of guild. riflemen are separate. Riflemen.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, you were including the riflemen into 8.
Yeah.
They're not the ones being deployed. They're here for security.
Cool.
Yeah, everyone enters, and once everyone's here, again, the guests are mostly chatting. The guild kind of a little bit of talk amongst them, but pretty quiet, especially with their captain nearby. But the technician who is standing next to the captain at the cargo bay holds out a little bell and rings it, a little ding-a-ling-ling. At which point, everyone kind of quiets down and looks towards the captain. And he goes, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard the Silvered Whale. I'm Herman McKellen of Winston Finnegan Dirigibles, and I'll be your captain for our journey today. We'll be making a trip to the industrial mountain town of Ridley within the Northern Hills. Once there, we will dock for a short period as we unload supplies and guild personnel, kind of hand gesturing over to them, overseen by our honorable Captain Cross. And the guild captain here, Milo Cross, kind of like makes a little bit of a nod to everybody, like, yes, I am here. Let's see. Yes, before we, and that'll be, yes, Captain Cross, before we depart for our return trip. Due to the generosity of Mr. Marius Darby, kind of pointing over to him, for sponsoring this operation, not only will the brave men and women of the guild be able to travel in the comfort of a Finnegan dirigible, but will also be debuting some archaeological discoveries from an excavation he has funded. As a representative for my employers, I wish to thank the both of you for your patronage, and I wish you a safe journey. To which everyone gives a slight smattering of applause. A couple of the Derby guests are like really into this. A lot of the other ones are kind of like, let's move. But then Captain McKellen continues. Now, before we begin our journey, I have a few safety precautions I'd like to go over. Once we are cleared for launch, you will hear the ship's air horn twice, that noise you just heard earlier. That will indicate that we are now unmoored. Shortly after that, our train will begin towing us, so there may be a slight jolt as our tether becomes taut. If you have unstable footing, I suggest you brace yourself against a railing or a wall during this period. Next, upon our approach to Ridley, we will deploy our air brakes to slow the ship. This will be preempted via a single blow from the air horn, so again, do brace yourselves if your confidence wavers. This process will repeat on our return trip as well, so do keep all of this in mind. Finally, this should go without saying, but do mind yourselves around the deck railings. It can be quite the uncomfortable fall when we're at peak altitude. And with that, I leave you to enjoy our amenities while I oversee your final safety checks, and I thank you again for choosing Winston Finnegan Dirigibles. At which point the light clapping continues, and the captain goes like, "Alright men, let's go!" And they walk out through here and make their way around towards the cabin deck. It's at this that Milo Cross walks over to his gathering of guard and is like, "Alright, you guys are all on break until Ridley, so enjoy the cabins, I guess. So go, get out of here." And they all kind of go and kind of go down the stairs. Yeah. And they all go down below the decks. At which point he then goes over to the rifleman and start talking to him in a much more hushed tone. So unless anyone wants to give me a notice duel to figure out what it is he's saying.
Try?
Yeah.
And then my note is 0.
I think I have good notice.
Ooh, nice. You are, yes. Wheeler is the best noticer in the group. That doesn't mean you have good notice, you just have the best.
You know what? I have 3, dude. Alright. I'm gonna pull a card.
All the cards.
All the cards.
Damn.
I fucking knew it.
Yep.
17.
17, yeah. From your position, you can't hear too much. But
Bro, I pulled.
I get that, but you can read body language just well enough that you see him making hand motions,
Do I
essentially.
read lips?
No, because he's got his back to you.
Bro, Red Joker.
That's great.
Okay.
It still has to be. You did good. You're gonna get exactly what he said. You just don't hear it.
Okay.
But he basically is telling them, like, all right, 2 of you on the south end, 2 of you on the north end. Keep an eye out for anything that gets close to us. If it gets too close, take the shot. Otherwise, call it in. And they all kind of make their nods and head out through the back. So yes, he's definitely like, make sure nothing happens. The guests kind of start to move about and mingle. Captain takes his position.
What if I cheat the Red Joker?
Yes, you could cheat a worse score. That's entirely possible.
Yeah, I know.
I saw nothing.
Mm-hmm. Let's... These guys are gonna take out Rish. Yeah, and so yeah, it's people kind of start conversing. A couple people kind of go and grab some food. Couch. Oh wait, my bad. Yes, C is.
Oh, right. She's supposed to come later.
Yeah,
Nothing to see here.
exactly.
Oh.
Snack them. They'll kind of seat back here-ish. We'll go sit her. Yeah, there we go. Everyone's pretty much in their starting positions.
Okay. I would go over to Milo and introduce myself and my associates and gesture towards them. Like, we're the security that was the private security that was hired, and we look forward to working with you. And I would love to know if you have any insights on any dangers that you think we might be facing.
He goes, "Oh, yes, extra security." He kind of puts out a hand limply to kind of shake your hand.
This guy.
Oh, it's gonna be the limpest of fucking handshakes that we share right here.
Yeah, it's
It's a limp off.
But it's very eager. It's limp but eager.
Sounds like prom night.
Yeah.
Look,
hey,
when you're 16 and you have your first bottle of booze.
Wheeler. Already getting the whiskey dick going.
You know.
But yeah, he gives you a light change. He's like, yes, as far as troubles go, I wouldn't be concerned. My men are quite well trained. We are, if you don't know of me, Mr. Captain Milo Cross is part of the elite division, and I of course only keep the best men at my side. If you notice, my riflemen out there are quite the sharpshooters, as am I, to be quite frank. But you have not much to worry about. The only dangers really is the dangers of Malifaux. A wayward buzzard, a possible beast, but they'll be all on the ground. I'm not too concerned about that. I would suggest that as a civilian, you should enjoy this time and luxury. It's one of the few times I assume you'll ever get to see it.
I thank you for easing my worries. And I can see that you and your men are quite formidable. I hope I do not have to see them in action.
Oh, I wish you would. They are quite a sight. They are quite a sight indeed. And he kind of goes, yes, and turns away from you, like fake talking to the woman sitting next to him.
Yeah.
As you walk away, you do hear him mumble something.
You notice check to kind of like hear it?
It's notice or scrutiny.
Okay, I will notice because my scrutiny is a -1 and my notice is a 0. Hey, yeah, I figured. Don't care, apparently.
We should have pulled a red joker.
Yeah, why did you pull a red joker?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just glad I didn't. Actually, I kind of wish that I pulled the black joker. Because that would be just right up a little bit of that, and also just like, oh, Thad didn't hear someone insulting him. That makes sense. Just ignore it. But yeah, I would have got a total of 4.
Okay. Yeah, you're not quite sure what he said. You assume it must have been something positive. After all, he seemed like such a pleasant fellow.
Oh yeah, and if I said that my name was Greywater, I'm sure he's heard of my grandfather.
Of course.
Everyone's heard of my grandfather, Reginald Greywater. Yeah.
As far as everyone else, the woman who comes over near Wheeler starts to fix herself up a drink, and she sees you already well into drinking. And she kind of like, isn't this amazing? Haven't you seen anything the size of this before? It's crazy.
And I say, well, it's definitely a beauty, especially with this. What is it? What are we drinking here? Whiskey? Am I drinking whiskey?
Yeah, you would if you went for the brown bottle. Yeah, you're drinking whiskey.
Yes. And have you tried this bread?
It's like,
This
oh,
place is great.
I haven't yet. I'm gonna try some right now. And she kind of takes a bite, and she's like, I think it tastes good. Like she kind of seems unsure if she's supposed to taste anything special about it.
Oh, well, I'm going to jump right to introducing myself. What's a pretty lady like you doing here? I'm sorry. I didn't properly introduce myself. And I put out my hand to give her a proper shake. My name is Wheeler Yuta. And I'm with what are we calling it? Thad, what were you calling it again?
The Goon Platoon.
No.
The
No.
hired security? Darby's hired security?
Yes. So we're here with, I'm here with Darby's hired security. So.
And she puts out a hand and kind of like goes for a shake, and she's very dainty and feminine about it. Goes, oh, okay. I'm Rosa Abascal. I'm the daughter of a famed jeweler back in Spain, and Mr. Darby has made many connections with my father, ordering many things from us. Oh, he's such a generous man, and I'm sure he's been nice. He's been great to you, right?
Yeah, generous is a word. Generous is the thing to call him.
To think he would invite one of my family to this event. No strings attached, nothing. This is just amazing.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy, and I put up my glass to her and take a big sip.
And she kind of like pauses for a sec and leans in close to you. She's like, "You talking? Have you spoken to him like closely before?"
Uh, I'm gonna play downbeat. No, no. What? Why? What have you heard?
And she kind of, as soon as you say it, she kind of backs off, like, nothing. I was just curious about something. It's fine.
Mm. Well, if you need anything, you come right to me. You let me know, and I'll take care of it for you.
Oh, I'm sure. It's good to know that we have extra security like you on board. I'm sure if I have any problems, any ne'er-do-wells, she kind of like, ooh, I can't believe I get to say something like that. As she says it, like, I'll be sure to look for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Did Wheeler say that just as he turns around?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
It's at this point you guys do hear the burp burp. Bob, if you will.
Or son of,
There we go. Thank you.
son of elephant.
Yep. And everyone kind of looks around like, it's time. And everyone kind of makes sure they have like wide footing and steps. And sure enough, like eventually you guys feel a thump and everything kind of shifts left and right a bit. Not enough to knock anyone over, but yeah, if you were standing on one foot, you might be tipping over at this point. But there's just you feel that initial jerk, and then things kind of has this constant light momentum to the floor as it feels like you're starting to move. So we will now jump on.
Oh, duplicate maps, but now
it's in the sky.
But now it's in the sky. Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Woo indeed.
Yes. Let's. Let me. So yes, after she talks to Wheeler, she'll then head over and talk to this guy. Oh, and since she did introduce herself, you know she is.
Do you have custom portraits for all these people?
Possibly.
Okay.
We'll have to find out.
Ooh.
After grabbing himself a drink, male guest C will go over and talk to Darby. Bolt will notice that male guest B, sitting on the couch, is basically fiddling with a satchel on his side that he's been carrying around with him, and it has like mechanical bits sticking out of it. Like he's actually like, it's almost like he's holding a typewriter purse. And he's just kind of like click, 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 and the little paper spool like feeds out a line of written code on it or something, and he kind of like picks it up and reads it for a bit and goes, okay, click, 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 and he's just focusing on doing this thing.
Can I read any of what's written on the?
You look, and it's some sort of coded information that doesn't read as either a spoken language or even binary, for what you can tell. It's some sort of coded word. So you could try to give me a literacy check, but beyond that, I don't think you could easily figure it out.
All right, for a literacy check. Six.
You're sure it's not gibberish. It's definitely got a pattern to it, but you can't quite figure out what it is that he's reading.
Is it like he looks at someone and types bit, like looks at somebody else and types bit?
He's not looking at anyone else in the room. He seems to be totally fixed on messing with his little thing, checking a readout. Messing with his thing, checking a readout. He doesn't even make eye contact with anyone. Even you, blatantly looking over his shoulder, he doesn't even notice, like pay any
Wow.
attention to you.
He's too into his work.
He seems to be solely focused on what he's doing. Yeah. So they're striking up a conversation. Female guest B is talking with Mr. Milo Cross.
Where's the Asian?
Who is the most Asian looking guy?
Yeah.
That would be the guy sitting on the couch next to Bob.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. That's surprising. I thought that would have been the motors guy. Because the Asian guy was the paranormal investigator, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Researcher. Yeah, I would want to go over to him because paranormal investigator is interesting to me.
Okay, yeah, you can go and talk to him.
Greetings, good sir. Myself and I'll gesture about, including Bolt. Myself and my compatriots are the extra security hired by Darby to make sure that your flight is as safe as possible. I'm Thaddeus Greywater. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
He doesn't really look up for a while, and when he finally does, he doesn't look impressed. And you see this Asian dude. And he kind of looks up and goes, yeah, hello, I am Zheng Heng. Right, good. Security is a good thing, yes. And he kind of looks back at his little pouch and click, 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 click. Looks at a strip of paper.
Me glancing at the paper, could I make any sense of it?
Yes. You can try to do a literacy check on it. I know you're pretty good at it.
I'm not. I think that Bob actually has a higher literacy because he's intelligent.
Really?
Yeah.
Higher
I only have a
intellect,
plus
yeah.
3. Yeah.
Wow.
I have 2 points in literacy, but otherwise. Ready for that black joker?
Yeah, let's see it. Oh.
Ah,
How's that 16 for you?
I like them apples.
Them some apples.
It was too early to be an Apple computer.
Right. It seems to be that he's putting out a series of. It seems to be that he's checking something, as in he's putting in some sort of variable or some sort of input, and the thing is feeding out, giving him a feed out on what that is as he sits there typing. He gets different patterns, but there seems to be a lot of similarity with each pattern, with little variation. So you could definitely tell that he's checking for something, and whatever he's checking for has not changed at all in the entire time that you've sat and stared at him. So you very much know what he's doing.
Okay.
You don't know the why.
He is a Taoist, and he is making sure the feng shui of the place is on point.
Absolutely.
Got it.
He's writing his Yelp review now that this place is just way out of order.
The feng is shui.
Yep.
The fuck?
It's way out of order. But he doesn't seem to be very keen on conversational bits.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. After interjecting myself, I'll walk away. I'm going to be making my rounds, but not trying to bogart time.
Bolt's going to mostly just try to observe what's going on and try to be a mindless automaton instead of a
Mm-hmm. Just the
Instead of himself,
sentinel
basically.
in the room.
Do you want to follow me so we can make these skill checks together?
Yeah, I'll do that. As your automaton, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the dream team.
Yeah.
We are the dream team.
Wheeler's the wild
He's
card.
got my back. Yeah.
Wild card, baby.
God, why am I the face?
You're the face because no one's the face. You guys
That's
don't
true.
have good social checks.
Yeah. We talk with our fists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
I talk with my men's fists.
Yeah, and when no one's the face, that makes everyone the face.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to try to charm someone.
Wheeler.
I was doing what I was doing.
Oh, I'm just saying you're the most charming.
No, Bolt needs to slide in on that couch and kind of put an arm around that guy's shoulder.
Mechanical stuff is what I'm into.
Mhm. Finger his console.
Oh god, I nearly spit my water.
So will they.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, everyone just seems to be in casual conversation. Nothing explosive seems to be coming out of all these people being in the same room.
Not yet.
I'll avoid the Darby and them for the time being. I'll kind of
Mhm.
circle and do them last. Why is that a ha-ha?
Because you're gonna do them. Oh,
Oh.
You're
Sorry.
gay.
very immature over here.
But yeah, going to these Rosa and male guest A.
Okay. In the meantime, Wheeler, do you want to do anything? Just because you already, Thad already talked to Zhang Hang.
Yeah.
So, do you want to make a move, or are you just gonna keep an eye on things?
Let's see, it's Captain. No, Captain's up here.
Yeah, Captain's in the.
No one's moved out of the place.
You do know there's 8 guild guards that were just sent below
Yeah.
the decks, and there are
Yes,
other technicians aboard.
Right.
But there are other people.
Yeah. But they're working.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm cool to walk out of here. I'm gonna go peruse. Downstairs.
Now you're gonna head down.
Yes.
Okay. Before we do that, we'll then do a Thad.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom.
Right, and check other things
Oh,
out.
We'll just jump there.
Okay. So yeah, Thad, you approach these two. The girl Rosa, that Wheeler was able to note who that was, is very much like pleased with everything. This is all very interesting and very bright-eyed and young. The other guy is a bit of an older, chunkier man, who he kind of going along with her in conversation, but he keeps asking her questions, and it doesn't seem like he's getting good, satisfactory answers. But that's as much as you've been able to glean as you get close.
Okay. Interrupting them.
Mhm.
Greetings. I'm just making the rounds so that everyone knows who me and my compatriots are. We're the hired security that Darby was so kind to hire. My name is Thaddeus Greywater, and behind me here is Sir Wilkinson. Almost called you Sir Boulton. Sir Michael Boulton.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with it.
Mm-hmm. The male guest kind of sees you come and kind of liking this little bit of an interruption. He goes, "Ah, yes," and he puts out a hand to shake your hand. He's like, my name is Alexander Bannon. I'm one of Mr. Darby's esteemed guests. go ahead and put your name on.
Hey.
And you may have heard of my name. I'm part of the Bannon Motor Car Company. You've undoubtedly seen our vehicles running around on the streets. That's quite the popular model, used in many businesses, you see. And
You're of Bannon Motors. That's fascinating, sir. It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
the girl goes like, "Oh, I was just talking to your friend, or I'm sorry, your colleague, Mr. Wheeler," and she puts out her dainty hand like, "Rosa Abascal of the Abascal family jewelries." Oh,
Okay, if she's putting out her hand, is it sideways to shake or like parallel, like
for you
am I
to,
go-
it's
yeah,
the
bend down,
feminine
kiss the ring.
dainty. Yeah, it's the light feminine.
Okay, I will grab her hand and give a slight bow.
Mm-hmm.
A pleasure,
Try hard.
Miss Abascal. Not a tryhard. He's just fucking posh.
Hey, you could have banged that chick, but you didn't turn the charm up.
There's bread
you
right
coulda-
there.
You could have Abascal.
You coulda-
fucked her.
You could have fucked the
You could have
bread.
got bread.
There's bread right. I wanted more bread.
Could have got bread.
You're
while eating
drinking bread.
You could have buttered her buns.
Yeah. But yeah,
Sorry, go on. I didn't mean to interrupt.
she gives the whole dainty hand, and Alexander then speaks in again. He's like, "So you're part of the Darby hired security, you said, yes?"
Yes. If you have any troubles, do find us, and we will aid you as fast as we can.
He leans in close and kind of like, "So how much is he paying your company? Hmm?"
Oh, good sir. That is a faux pas if I've ever heard one.
I'm just gathering prospects. Perhaps I may wish to hire you in the future. Who knows? I may have my own soiree like this, and could always use the additional help.
Well, I'm sorry to say I cannot discuss such matters. It would be uncouth of me, and as a Greywater, I know better than to be uncouth.
Very well. I'll wring it out from Darby. He'll tell me. I can badger it out of him.
You do so, sir. That would be the proper channel. What do I know how much I'm getting?
You're getting paid zilch, which is what you guys always get paid from Darby.
True.
Well,
I'm getting paid in favors, if
Yeah.
you know what I mean, from
You're
that
getting-
little midget hand.
You're getting paid in exposure. Deal with it.
I don't want his exposure.
Yo, he's gonna
That's
expose
wrong.
himself. He needs them sponge baths. Okay. Meanwhile, Wheeler, were you going down to the bottom deck or the middle
bottom
deck?
deck. Yeah,
Okay, you're
bottom deck.
beelining it.
Where most of the supplies were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Up.
I mean, I'm perusing. I'm not beelining, but I'm perusing.
I know, but you're not stopping along the way to check all the rooms and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. It was Pierre down here, right? Or was it May?
It was Pierre.
Pierre's down here. East. You guys all disappeared. Disappeared. Okay. Yeah. You go down here. It seems to be empty. You don't hear any chatter, any noise.
Chatter.
When you came to the middle floor, you could hear some chatter. Most likely the 8 or so guild guards that were told to go rest. But coming down here, you do hear like the whirring of the engines up at the front end.
Okay.
But beyond that, pretty quiet for a giant building that's flying through the sky.
All right. Okay.
Go ahead and explore, my little Dora.
I want to explore the cargo here.
cargo door is locked.
Oh, oop. Interesting. Do I see a lock or anything on it?
There is a lock,
Okay.
so you could try to pick it.
Or shoot it.
Or shoot it, yes.
Or phase through it.
Or just phase through it, yes. You do have ghost powers.
Thank you, Ryan. Whatever, fine, I guess.
What I'm here for.
Do I have to draw a card?
Yes. I
To
believe
phase
you're.
through it, yeah, you need like a 3 of crow or something like that.
Yeah, it's the suit that you need the most to do your thing.
Let me see.
1 foot in the grave, manifest power. You need
Your number 7 of crows.
Yeah, so you need a 4 of crows or higher.
Oh shit.
So yeah, it's not the number that's gonna kill you, it's the suit.
Oh no.
You just W'd your skill triggers.
Oh god, what'd you just do?
I guess I accidentally clicked on it and I went to press up.
I could try doing the undo function.
I can't control Z it.
Rewind, let's see.
Oh no.
Give it a sec to load.
Yeah, it's all loaded in. It's all good.
There it goes.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, and yes,
Awesome.
it did checkpoint it at the right time. Alright, cool.
Whoops. Okay. Alright. 7 crows.
Yeah, we will never do another pen and paper game in Tabletop Simulator. For this, it had to do it just because of the card system, but for keeping track of stats and stuff, it is not good.
Yep.
So.
Alright. Okay. So let's see. Oh. Hey.
Hey!
Got the crow.
Look at that.
So yeah,
baby.
you can move. Is it your full activation, or is it just
Until end of turn, I think.
end of turn? Okay, so yeah, you get a full activation, so you can move as far as you want, as long as it's in 2 walks, or even a run. But
Oh, okay.
just run off the back of the ship and fall to your death.
I'm just glad that he has control over it, so he doesn't fall through the floor.
Yeah, true. Does the momentum of the ship impart to his ghost form? If not, it just leaves him behind, and he's just floating in the air.
We'll just say I unlocked it from the I don't know,
Yeah, you
ghost thing.
you ghost through the wall easily and just flip yourself back.
Yeah.
Toof. And yeah, you enter. It looks like exactly how the boxes were being brought in. They are now all they have straps on them to hold them to the floor, so nothing slides around. Beyond
Sure.
that,
Is there any way I could inspect these crates?
they are nailed shut, as Bolt was able to observe earlier. So you can try to pry them open with your hands, but it's going to be difficult. If you had a tool like a crowbar or something, you could probably do it.
If he was still his ghost form, he could put his head in it.
Technically, yes.
I mean, I wouldn't put my head in it.
Well, just to look.
Well, yeah, you just pop in and then pop out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, because again, you
You
got
could get safe feeling a bunch of deeds.
yeah.
Am I gonna draw another card for that, or do you just want to say?
If you want to do it,
Well,
because
I mean, it'd be dark in there, though.
true. There's
I
that.
have
There's no light inside there.
Do I not have
Oh,
like
yeah.
vision? Okay.
No, you're incorporeal, but you don't have night vision. If you stayed a half blood, you would have gotten night vision.
Ah, damn! I'm just not cool.
Should have stayed a half demon man.
I'm just not cool.
Instead, you just have stupid scars.
All right. Is there a tool I could possibly use around the area?
It doesn't look like it. The walls have various pipes and whatnot that you could screw with if you wanted to. But it does not look like they keep tools readily available in this room.
Boring.
It's almost like some guy told you earlier where they keep the tools.
Oh no, I wasn't listening.
It's in one of the crates,
And
so I mean,
Yes, they keep the tool to open the crates inside the crates.
yeah.
I already phased through.
I know.
Well, this is a fucking bust.
And just to let you know, it's not a like latch lock on the inside. You have to phase through again or lock pick it.
Oh shit! So I could be locked in here now.
You could be locked in if you can't properly phase through or pick the lock.
All right, let's pick the lock because I'm gonna leave out here because they're fucking nothing.
Well,
What?
but he could try every turn to phase through, technically.
Technically, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But I would probably, since it's this specific thing, I'd give him a limited amount of flips before some following event happens.
Yeah. All right.
It's still probably the better option, so you don't,
All right,
unlock the cargo bay.
All right, let's face it.
I'll give you, if you do lockpick it, I'll give you that you can immediately lockpick it back closed and locked.
Oh, we'll just say that I did.
Yeah, I rather, because otherwise, yes, you'd have to do 2 separate lockpicks just for that one thing, and it's just going to be annoying. So,
All right, what's lockpicking again? Let's see.
Lockpicking is lockpicking?
it is.
Yeah, I know, but don't I have to have
I think you're good at it.
something into it? What is that something?
Under expertise on the right.
Yeah, lockpicking. I have a
On
4.
right. Okay.
Yeah, you're decent.
Wait, what? Lockpicking? I have a 4.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Lockpicking. Lucky 7.
7 total.
Yep.
You do not open the lock door.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah, you fiddle with it for a bit. You hear
Well-
some things move, but
Well, Wheeler, once again, looks like you got yourself in a pickle.
no, you haven't looked in the crates that have the pickles.
There's pickles?
Of course there is.
All right, well, that's my turn.
What would be the next thing you want to do?
I would
Before we
probably just
move on.
lockpick it again. Try.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you one more shot before we
Okay.
switch back, because I gotta
Alright.
flip all the tokens over.
Okay, one more. Drum roll.
Zero.
Hey.
Okay,
12.
this time
Huh.
you've learned from your experience. It latches open, and you're able to pop out and then quickly lockpick it back into a locked position.
Yes.
So you're good. You're good.
Okay. All right, that's my turn. There.
Okay. Meanwhile, oh shit! Oh, because I did the reset. The undo. The map thing got fucked.
Hmm.
Let's see. It's still changing for you guys.
Yep.
Second floor,
Yeah.
third
Okay.
floor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Oh God,
Yep.
Discord got updated.
Oh. Is everyone right side up? Aside from Wheeler?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
The people off the ship
Yeah.
are upside down.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Meme is
Mm-hmm.
up.
Oh,
Would need to
there
be
we go.
down. Ooh, okay.
So yeah. Meanwhile, Wheeler's inspecting the cargo, checking some junk in the trunk.
I wouldn't want to interrupt Milo and this woman, so I guess I would interrupt Darby and them.
Well, at this point,
Okay.
yeah, the guy who's talking to Darby gets walks off and actually exit the cabin.
Okay.
At which point you notice almost immediately Milo gets up because this woman's been talking to him this whole time, and he just kind of walks off and goes to talk to Darby now that he's kind of open. To which she then walks off and gets herself something to snack on.
Then talking to the woman next.
Okay, yeah.
That is snacking. Sorry, I am also snacking.
You're also,
so-
yes.
You guys can't hear me crunching, right?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not enough to make it bad. But let's see. Okay, so Wheeler fucked up fucking a chick. Let's see if Thad can get his dick wet.
Look, the power of Thad's virginity is strong.
Yes, there's a reason he can deflect so much magic.
Yes, he's a wizard. Greetings, my dear. I'm just making my rounds introducing myself and my compatriots. We are the hired security, hired by Darby, of course, the illustrious host of all of this. My name is Thaddeus Greywater, and beside me is my good friend Sir Wilkinson.
She turns to face you. She now has a glass filled with a little bit of wine, and she kind of like looks down at you. She's a bit older than the other, than Rosa. She's close, a little older than Thad, honestly.
Mid-40s?
Yeah. And she kind of like looks you over a bit and takes a slight sip of her wine and swirls it a bit, eyeballing the both of you. Goes, yes, I'm Florence Anders, and she doesn't even actually stick out a hand to like shake or anything like that. She's like, I am the matriarch of the Hemlock Presidium. She goes, do you know what the Hemlock Presidium does?
I already asked if I would know these things implicitly, and I didn't ask.
Yes.
I am afraid I do not. I would love if you would elucidate me. Elucidate me. There we go.
Mm-hmm. She goes, yes, indeed. Again, looks at Bolt and kind of eyeballs him a little bit. Like, we are one of the groups that the guild uses to find rogue magic. and he goes, yes, we seek to disenchant the, frankly, heretical practices that many rogue mages perform. As long as it's outside of the Thalaran doctrine, we absolutely despise it.
Fascinating. I've seen magic and seen how scary it can be. Luckily, myself and my compatriots don't practice such taboo things.
Goes, of course not. With guild present everywhere and me being here, of course Darby would not employ people of such illicit behavior. He regularly seeks counsel from me and my presidium. We do not tolerate such things. You know, she's more looking at her wine glass as she watches it swirl slightly.
Well, if you have any need of us, do find us post-haste, and we will help you in any manner that you require.
Perhaps. We'll see if the trouble arises, if I need your help. He kind of slowly turns back to the table, begins spreading cheese upon a piece of bread.
Oh, sounds so good.
That's what Thad says.
Yes, under his breath,
Yeah.
he was...
Oh, I could really go for some cheese and bread right now, but duty calls.
Duty calls. If nothing else, I'd move towards the administrator.
Yeah. Fine to do so. Oh, everyone's wrestling. For the most part, she just seems to be sitting down, taking notes on a ledger. She does kind of eyeball people in the room, it seems, but beyond that, she's just writing down and not really doing much else.
Yet again, introduce myself, and my name is Thaddeus Greywater, and my friend behind me is So, Wilkinson, we are the hired security. Just making my rounds, introducing myself, just in case you have any need of our aid.
He kind of looks up from her. And she's like, Thaddeus Greywater, yes? And she goes back down, kind of writes something down real quick, and she goes, yes. He puts out a hand in more of a handshake, and it's August Jackson. I am administrator for the Guild's Penitentiary 15. Damn it! Bob got it.
Fascinating. I've not heard of this Penitentiary 15. Could you tell me more about it?
Well, it's one of the Guild's many prisons within inside of Malifaux. I serve as the administrator for mostly paperwork, making sure people put on the firing lines when they need to be, ensuring that everything goes to plan. Not much else. She just kind of like very blunt and matter of fact in how she speaks about things.
Very good. Let us know if you need any of our aid, and I'll tip my hat and walk away.
Yes, nice courteous behavior, but unnecessary. Just goes back to writing down notes.
Okay. There's only one person left that I haven't talked to, aside from Darby and them.
Yes.
He's out on the deck.
Oh, right.
Melgasty, yeah.
So yeah, do the same to him. Thaddeus Greywater, Boulton Wilkinson.
Okay.
If you need any help, we are the hired security.
Okay, yeah, you walk out there. He seems to just be... He has a cup of whiskey, and he's just kind of leaning against the railing and staring off over the horizon. And he introduces himself. Hail Sootham. So, yes. My name's Hail Sootham. I'm a consultant for Mr. Darby. Hires me to document the cultures of Malifaux's native, the Neverborn, as they're commonly referred to.
Fascinating. We've actually had a few run-ins with their kind ourselves.
He kind of has a bit of a smile, and he goes, yes, myself as well. And he kind of points up towards his head, where you can see there's bits of scarring all over his head. Like, they are not quite the nicest bunch. They aren't much for talking. You usually have to force them into diplomacy most of the time.
Oh, you must have met some of the less kind of the ilk. My compatriots and I'll start regaling the story of going into the swamp and meeting the swamp hags, and how they actually gave us trinkets as long as we left them alone.
That kind of piques them up a little bit, and he kind of like, really? And he listens to your story and kind of goes like, You're not bullshitting me, are you? You actually did do that.
On my grandfather's grave, I would not tell a lie of such a thing. It was a most fascinating time.
Kind of like nods a bit. He's like, yes, well, I've never gone into the bayou. Every time I think about going over there, I hear stories of the gremlins. I never want to deal with any of their kind. Mostly I've been studying those of the Knotwood. They lie to the northeast of Malifaux. I don't know, have you ever been to the Knotwoods?
I'm gonna say no. We haven't, right?
You haven't been there? the closest you've been was on the when you first showed up to Malifaux. You traveled along the outside of the Knotwoods.
Hmm.
Uh,
Only skirted around there. Never actually truly explored. I would like to one day. Malifaux is so fascinating.
he says, yes, that might explain our difference of engaging with Neverborn. The forced ones there tend to be the more feral, where you got the ones from the bayou, and just like on Earth, they probably have a bit of southern hospitality.
Yes, they were quite kind in the end.
Perhaps someday I'll have to make an exception and travel out there and see what I can find.
I do recommend it. Tell them I said hello.
And he kind of like, he's kind of like, oh, yes, I'll do so. I'll be sure to mention your name, and perhaps that might be a nice in for me to be into their good graces. And he turns back towards the railing with a bit of a smile on his face, like, that was stupid, but yeah, that was pretty fun. You quite entertained him.
Good. With that, I'm good, unless I go just report to Darby and Hector,
Mm-hmm.
saying everything was a-okay, Captain.
Yeah, if you want to, like, are you gonna sit and wait for your chance to get to talk to them, or are you just gonna barge in?
I would sit and wait. I wouldn't interrupt
Okay.
the dick. Sorry, Milo. Milo.
Yeah, they talk for quite a while. Like if you're just sitting back and observing, mostly in short, curt responses to each other. They're very much taking jabs at each other, as far as you can tell.
Then I might actually interrupt.
It's your call. You see
Yeah, I'd
that as
probably
an in.
interrupt if you. Yeah. I. I do not mean to interrupt your friendly banter, but I just need to report to Mr. Darby here. Sir, thank you for hiring us. It is we've inspected everything thus far, and everything looks to be in tip-top shape. And once again, thank you for bringing us on board.
Darby kind of like looks a little bit of a peeved expression for you kind of interrupting. But he does kind of let that wipe away real quick, and he's like, yeah, banter? No. Why, I was just complimenting Mr. Milo for being so humble to accept my invitation and use my ship to get his men where they need to go. Isn't that right, Mr. Cross? Captain Cross, that is. And Milo's like, yes, it's such a pleasure to travel with the wealth of Malifaux. And I see you two have some talking, and I wouldn't want to interrupt any further. I'll take my leave until the exhibit is on display, Mr. Darby. I'll talk to you later. He walks past and goes to sit by the administrator. Then Darby turns to you and is like, what, do you have something to report?
Just that I've made my rounds and made our presence known to all of the guests. Everyone thus far seems to be on the level.
Darby goes, what useless information. I'm so glad you you interrupted my conversation with the captain. In the future, you can just relay that to Hector over here. You don't have to tell me.
Very good, sir.
Also, at this point, you see Alexander kind of make his way over here. He sees an opening. He kind of squeezes in. It's like, oh, Darby, since you got your boy here, and he kind of puts a big sweaty palm on your shoulder and shakes you a bit. He's like, how much are you paying these guys? Because I wanna know what their going rate is, and they're just too damn polite to talk to me about it. And Darby's like, oh, Alexander, must you always go on about the cost of everything? Like, I just wanna know, come on. And he's kind of got a little bit of a grip on your shoulder as you kind of lean away to be like, stop touching me, you you gross man. And then Darby just like, let the help go, Bannon. Jeez, have some class. He's like, oh, all right. And he kind of lets go of you. He's like, you go on and secure the perimeter, since that's what I'm sure you're good at.
I'll lightly bow and walk away.
In the meantime, Wheeler, what's going on down below? What's your plan?
I'm going up to the second deck.
Ooh.
See if there's anybody.
Hold on, I'll flip everybody and flip that.
Okay.
And not here. Nope. The dark stairs are the ones from. So you'd had to enter one of those.
Yep.
So yeah, the downstairs seems to be completely empty. So, but you do know that you can sneak into the cargo room, and you do know that the cargo room is basically functioning as the cargo room. So you've eliminated some ideas. No, the one you came from.
Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm doing. I was just hoping that there'd be somebody up here. Except for Mime. Sorry.
Yes, Mime is still hanging out there. Let's see. Find the right ticket. You do come up here. You will have seen this guy. He is sweeping the halls and just slowly making his way down the hall. But outside of that, that's the only people you see upon coming up here. You still hear talking. Again, there seems to be a little bit of a rambunctious talking going on in a nearby room.
Oh.
But nothing sounding. It's jubilant. It's fun.
Sure. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and ask Mame. Hey there, Mame. Sorry, I forgot. I mispronounced your name. I always do that. Mimi.
Oh yes, I own a cafe.
I was just gonna ask, do you have to talk for him, or does Ryan have to talk for him?
Technically, I do.
Okay.
Because he might have seen something that Ryan doesn't know, so...
I was... Okay. I'm just gonna, So, you see anything suspicious or anything out of the ordinary down here?
No, sir. I see nothing. I have seen nothing! He's like, aside from... He points over to the hall where you saw the guy. He's like, that man has been sweeping the hall since we took flight. But other than that, I do not know. Seems quite calm. The many guild guards entered. He points towards the middle cabin here. He's like, many went in there, and they've been making quite the ruckus.
You don't say.
Beyond that, I'm not quite sure if anything suspicious has gone on, sir.
All right. Well, looks like I'll go make a wellness check over there and see if everything's a-okay. Thanks again, Mimi.
Yes, sir.
I will not remember his name. Or how to say his name.
Are you gonna go rattle on the door? Or are you even gonna knock? Are you just gonna open?
No, I'm gonna knock and then open.
Okay. You open it.
I'm going to knock, announce myself, making a security check, and then I'm going to slowly open the door.
You open and you see 4 of the guild guards. 2 of them are sitting on the couch. The other 2 are sitting on the lower bunk bed, and they all have playing cards and
Hey.
smokes. And
Hey.
one of them has a. Damn it, Ryan will know it. He's an alcoholic. What's the flask? A flask of
He's an
of alcohol.
alcoholic.
Yes.
He's a drowning alcoholic.
Yeah. One of them's got a flask he's like taking a bit of a sip from, and they all pause as you open the door, and then they realize you're not the captain. Like, and they go back to like, they do a bit of a fake salute to you. Go, all secure, a-okay, Sergeant, and they kind of giggle at that.
Sorry, probably should have announced myself. Nope, I'm not the captain. You boys can take a load off right here. What are we playing?
And they kind of laugh at you. Poker. Well, you want in?
I really shouldn't. I'm on duty right now. I really shouldn't.
One of them looks over and sees the half whiskey bottle in your hand. And kind of goes like, yeah, you're on duty. And the one with the flask goes like, I'm on duty too. And he takes a bit of a swig.
There we are. I'm just gonna raise my glass, toast them, and be like, all right, as you were, boys. And I just
close the door. Yeah.
Well, shit. Do I hear any other type of commotion except for the middle room?
No, that seems to be where all the noise is coming from. Every other room, even if you kind of go up and try to like put your ear against the door, you don't really hear anything.
Well, all right. Shoot. I guess I'm just gonna head back up.
Gonna go through the floor?
I'm not gonna go through the floor.
Really? Right underneath the woman who says she hates illegal magic?
But she didn't say that to me.
No, you have no idea.
I have no clue.
But you were warned that there's guild present, and the guild doesn't like illegal magic stuff.
I know about the guild.
Yeah.
No, I know about the guild. Her specifically, I have no idea.
Right.
I was just being nice and cordial.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to not let anyone know that I'm actually, snooping around, making sure everyone's being good.
Mm-hmm. And by snooping, you mean entering the room and telling them, "Are you guys being good?" They all go, "Yes." Okay.
Kinda. Sure. I mean, I'm joking with them, but I'm also surveying.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do at work. This is literally work.
Yeah.
You're dealing with guild guards, not fucking like homeless people.
Yeah.
This time I don't have to go around and knock on the bathroom doors.
Is anyone shooting up smack in there?
You guys doing the dope?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you're gonna join the top floor.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. You're good. Yeah. Okay. Correct question marks. Aside from Pierre. There we go. Yeah, you walk in up just in time to see Bolt and Thad kind of walking away from Darby, as a fat greasy man keeps asking him how much he pays to hire you guys.
That greasy man that kind of looks like John.
Yeah, it's very much. Well, I was guess more of what's his face? Fat dude from Final Fantasy VII that works for Shinra.
Palmer?
Okay. Yeah.
Which one? What was it?
Palmer?
Palmer. That's it. I keep wanting to say
Yeah.
Heimerdinger. I'm like, it's not Heimerdinger or whatever it is.
Yeah.
What's the military dude?
You're right on it being Hein. I can't.
With the mustache.
Yes.
Is it?
It's Heim something.
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
look it up.
But yeah, and so yeah, more of the Palmers for Mr. Alexander.
Mm.
But yeah, you guys kind of see each other. Hop in over here. They're kind of walking Fancy meeting you here.
How's it going up here, guys? Fellas? As I take a swig.
Everything is fine. Do try to keep an level head, and kind of gesture at the bottle.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Don't worry about me. I'm keeping a level head. We fuck, what was I gonna say? You know what? That is what Wheeler says.
Yeah, I'm as disciplined as the guild guard. Not a lie.
Yeah. essentially, that is no word, buddy. You worry about yourself. I'm haven't found anything suspicious.
Neither have I. But do keep an eye out.
You know, when you don't find anything suspicious, that usually means that there's something going on. Don't you agree?
Don't think that that's what that means.
Mm.
But we shall see.
All right.
Little does Thad know that the vampire's sneaking up behind him right now.
Are there Oh no, there's the like Chinese.
Yes, there's
vampire
Chinese
stuff, yeah.
vampires.
Like that guy?
Oh.
No,
Like Zhang Hang?
like the floating head that has a bunch of intestines hanging from it,
Oh.
which is a real thing in Chinese lore.
Mythology.
Yeah.
Chinese lore.
Yeah. Lore
It's
is
the deep lore.
synonymous. Lore is a synonym. It works.
Gonna watch those Chinese lore videos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from reading this item description that they found in the Ming Dynasty, we know that Dark Souls happens.
Yeah, we know why Havel was put in that tower.
Bro, in the Chinese lore, they don't like females.
The factual?
They only have Chinese lore, dude.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I subscribe to Chinese lore master.
Yep. Shut
Feng
up.
Shui. Feng Chang Chu.
You follow his channel too?
Why you gotta say it like that?
Say it like right.
You flappy dicky wrong time. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, so plan is what? Keep an eye out, keep patrolling.
I mean,
Yeah,
we just gotta
patrolling.
talk to people, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, things keep going. Eventually, Darby talks Bandon into maybe going to refilling his drink, and he's like, good idea. Kind of shoves past Wheeler here. Take a little bit of a shoulder check as he makes his way back over. And at this point, what's her face? Rosa. She kind of wanders over to talk to Darby. Very, very little hesitant to do so. But yeah, she's kind of meekly talking to him, as far as anyone can tell. Yeah. Otherwise, Florence takes a seat, and yeah, everyone's just kind of hanging out.
Aside from like kind of walking by this conversation and eavesdropping a little,
Mm-hmm.
making rounds.
Okay. Yeah, unless you want to give me a notice check to like really eavesdrop in it, or scrutiny to judge body language or anything like that.
Dude, you should do that. Pull a red Joker.
It's already gone. We need to.
It's already gone.
I know.
I'll probably notice, unless
Hey.
you want to
Okay.
give a notice.
I will aid you in that notice, and I will. Do I give him the full notice or half? My ranks.
Full?
Want to? I think. Yeah, full.
Okay, so
Sec.
you get a +2 to that.
Actually, wait. It should be a cheat sheet. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Assist action. assist. You have at least one rank in a skill. You may add that to character skill ranks to final doodle. Attempt to get. Oh, it's a subordinate character. It gets cut in half.
Yep.
If it's a player, it's full.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay, that's why I keep thinking about half. Yeah, so +2.
Okay, so so 5.
We know nothing.
And
Oh, okay. So yeah, kind of trying to eavesdrop on things. Rosa is repeatedly kind of being very thankful towards him. And he's just constantly saying, "No problem, my dear. Like, just remember that I've always helped to take care of your family, and I've always sought business with your father. I'm interested in the development of the I can't remember her company name off the top of my head because it's Spanish.
Oh,
Well, that's the family name. The actual
Right.
like company name is Gemas de la Eternidad, essentially the Eternal Jewel. But yeah, so don't feel obligated by anything here. Just enjoy yourselves and just be sure to let your father know that I'm always open for future business opportunities. And she's just like, yes, sir, thank you. And she's very much like looking away from him, like darting her eyes frequently. Yeah, she's very much in a submissive position with him.
Mm.
And yeah, so on that. Yeah, the ship has been just traveling fine. Doesn't seem like there's any urgency on any of the guild part for the entirety of this trip so far. And it goes. This has been over the course of maybe like 2 hours, which honestly is decent time for such a big vessel. But it being about 2 hours in, you guys do hear the yes, you do hear the of the air horn.
Bob.
There we go. Yep, thank you, Bob.
There you go.
Indicating that the ship will be air braking very soon. So you see everyone who's standing kind of take a bit of a wide stance and kind of plant themselves a bit. And soon to follow, you feel a jerking motion as it feels like all your momentum just kind of shifts away from you. And this continues to have this slight unsteady footing as speed is taken away from the ship. But eventually it kind of falls back into feeling like nothing at all. Nothing at all. As the ship seems to be now taxiing into the mountain town of Ridley. Oh, but beyond that, nobody else seems to be really reacting too much to it outside of a little bit of anticipation where they're arriving at the destination for some of the guests, which means it's exhibit time soon. Yeah, unless somebody has something they want to immediately do, we will move on to docking and Ridley.
I'm cool with moving on.
Yeah, I would go out on the. I would go out onto the deck, just to kind of like look at Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just kind of get an overhead view.
Okay. Yeah, Ridley is essentially small, being built kind of into the base and the side of a mountain, but it's the entire area at the base is almost all industrial. It looks like smelters, smokestacks, just large industry processing all the material that's being mined out of the mountain. And then just going up the wall of the mountain, you can just see multiple buildings built into the side of the wall, following into like makeshift structures, then following up even higher to where you could see like just torch lights and things like that. People camping out at mining sites all along the wall of this mountain. But you aren't going docked at high. You're landing just outside that initial industrial zone.
Okay.
Where the train port lies. And going out there, you can hear the engines on the side of the Silvered Whale kick in, and looking over, you'll even see that the engines have been pointed downward and the ship's descending towards the ground as the train pulls into a train station. But eventually, yeah, the train parks. They undo the tether from the train and hook it up to a large mechanical crank that starts to wheel the airship in towards the ground level. Eventually docking it with several tie downs. Bring it down to ground level, and yeah, eventually the navigator guy comes in and we have officially docked at Ridley. If you wish to depart, you may do so now, but do not go far, for we are only offloading what supplies we need to offload and bringing on whatever's nearby at the local storage facility, and setting up the exhibit, so it won't be long, so please don't travel too far. Listen for the air horn to signal again when it is time for us to leave. He walks off and leaves everyone, which, yeah, some people, the two guild heads, get up and go down below. As far as everyone else goes, they stay put. In fact, Hale will come back in. He actually kind of spot next to one of the display cases, kind of waiting to see what gets brought in. Now,
did you?
Hmm?
No, nothing. Never mind.
say it, bitch.
Nope. Nope.
They're gone. Stop talking to Darby at this point and go take a seat. Xander leans off against the wall. Waits. Okay, everyone's in position. Yeah. You guys just gonna sit and wait?
No, especially if we're waiting for Bianca. I would kind of want to see the onboarding and offboarding of everything.
And with the cargo, what goes off, what comes on, see if anything suspicious
Yeah.
comes on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go with the ask for the manifest type of thing again.
Okay.
He would probably come.
He's gonna go with you.
Yeah, Jacques is my personal guard.
Only one?
Yeah. Yep. I leave one guy on every floor, and then one guy is following me.
Mm-hmm. Cargo hold. Captain again, standing out there. Rifleman stay up. Yep. Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Yeah, sorry. Pardon me. I keep forgetting what gets picked up on this mic.
Everything. So
I know,
stop
sorry.
jacking off.
um. Crates. Oh. Go there. No.
Thank you.
Roses. Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys can come out. The cargo door is unlocked.
Okay.
Worry about that. And see the technicians are undoing the straps of the crates and picking them up and carrying them out of the back of the cargo ship. You come in just in time to see Captain Milo cross, telling the men to report to your guild outpost and await further orders from the sergeants there. You men are dismissed and do not, points to all of them, take your time. I will raid you ahead. You only have so much time to report in. Now get out of here, and they leave.
Jeez.
At which point he turns towards Miss August Jackson. It's like, how much longer till the other ones are supposed to be here? And she just goes, they'll be here shortly. Just hold on. But yeah, it just seems to be everyone's unloading stuff. And just like the crates arriving, the crates are being taken off to a hangar somewhere for storage. And yeah, all the while the captain's just overseeing it all. Nothing odd is standing out.
Mm-hmm. Standard business as usual.
Seems to be the same thing going on. Eventually, a squad of more guild guards show up, who are different people from the ones you saw before. But look at that; it's all the same. But amongst them, you see 3 prisoners being escorted. At which point they approach, and you see Milo seeing this, and he kind of looks and is like, "What the hell is this? What? It's just supposed to..." And he looks towards Jackson like, "You arranged something, didn't you?" Like, these men were imprisoned recently, and they need to be, God, what's the term for moving a prisoner somewhere else?
Transferred?
Not
Transferred?
Extradited?
extradited.
No.
That's it. They need to be extradited to Malifaux. They can't be held here. And he's just like, that's why you accepted to come along, isn't it? You had. And he just kind of looks. He's like, you bitch. And she's like, it's fine. They can stay in one of the cabins. And she walks over to the captain. Captain McKellen, can we use one of the cabins, perhaps the lower cabin on this level, as a makeshift prison for the time being? Down looks at her and sees them and he's like, might have to talk to Mr. Darby above. I don't believe this was cleared with me. And she goes, and she pulls out a paper and hands it to him. It's like, this is Guild's business. We are confiscating that room for the purpose of transferring these prisoners. Mr. Darby wishes to complain about it. He can follow up with a complaint when we arrive back in Malifaux. And Captain Herman McKellen kind of goes like, are you gonna tell him this or do I have to? And she goes, this is your ship. You have to tell him. And he goes, damn it. And I'll be back. Kind of moves past you guys like, let me through. He does not seem happy about having to deliver this news.
We've been using counterspelling as like a detect magic.
Sort of, yeah.
Is that truly magical in nature to do detect magic?
What was?
If I do detect magic in front of these people, are they going to say, "Oh, witch" or something like that?
No.
Counterspelling, I don't know.
Enchanting and counterspelling are the two schools that are pretty much legal as long as you aren't crazy good at it.
Really fucking good at counterspelling.
Yeah, but you would have to literally, like, someone summons a storm cloud and you're like, no, and you just push it off. Like, that would be an obvious, I'm counterspelling at such a high level, where doing this to kind of, like, check for magic, that's kind of weak shit that they wouldn't really either notice or care.
Okay, I like, as the prisoners pass, I would do that just to make sure that, just to see if there's any traces of magic upon them.
Yeah, as you scan them, there's nothing.
Okay.
These guys are blanks.
Okay. Making sure that they're not fucking like magic prisoners that are about to become witchlings. Just, those
right.
Violent criminal offenders that become violent guild offenders.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty correct. As they're being escorted onto the ship, you hear another voice shout out, a female voice, "Excuse me," and it's I know it's Mary. Yeah, riding up on her little cart.
Oh God.
This woman walks in and goes, which you could easily tell is Bianca Liccardi, the final guest.
That's a good picture.
Walks in and stops. Are these prisoners detained by the guild? And August Jackson walks in. Like, yes, they are being. Like, why are they being extradited from Ridley? And she, instead of being charged here and being sentenced here. And it's pretty obvious that not that she's basically shouting or shooting her down on this criticism. Miss Jackson knows who this is, and immediately goes, they are associated with the Arcanists, and we know that the Arcanists have ties here in Ridley. It would not be a fair trial if it was to happen in Ridley, so we are taking them to Malifaux to try them correctly. And which point Miss Bianca comes back with, like, as a legal envoy to the Steamfitters Union, I have not heard of this being processed. Did you file this with the Union in any way? At which point Jack says, no, this was a short decision made recently. There was not enough time to file paperwork for it with the Union. To which Miss Bianca starts going into her about, like, they need legal representation. They need to speak with a union lawyer. Let me speak with them. At which point, August Jackson keeps going, no, this is guild business, and they just kind of have this back and forth bickering. That eventually Milo steps in and goes like, stand down, Mrs. Jackson, please, and backs off. And you can speak with them, but they are still going to Malifaux. Once we have them in the secure prison, and our ship has gone airborne, then you may speak with them. After that, they're our prisoners. You understand? To which Bianca kind of, very well, and she walks off. Well, actually, doesn't walk off. She goes over here to stand beside Captain Maya. Says, I'm not leaving your side until I speak with them. He kind of gives an exhausted sigh and orders the man, take them to the cabin in the next room and bar all the doors. You go, yes, sir, and kind of carry her off carry them off. Good enough. So yeah, you saw all that go down.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a lover's triangle here. Oh my.
An enemies to lovers trope.
Oh man, he's gonna use that long rifle as fucking Miss Jackson's just sitting there going like, this is how it's done.
Yes. This is proper procedure.
Now insert your long rifle into her vagina.
Yeah, otherwise, there's mostly just bickering between them that doesn't seem to be going anywhere as far as progressing things. The technicians just keep unloading crates and taking them out. Eventually, when the place is emptied, they start bringing in some new crates, which can't show you the map. Well, I could, but it's a different weird thing. But I can show you that they are laying crates down here, 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 and then here. And it's very similar to the exact same crates as before, to where they're very much just kind of shipping crates.
And each time when they drop them off, are they also dealing out like, this is this? For the shipping
Yes.
manifest? Okay.
As the crates are showing up, alongside the technicians is this guy. Introduce himself to the captain here as Ronald Wyatt, and he says, I'm the archaeologist who found all of these artifacts. Where is captain of the ship? And he kind of goes, he's upstairs explaining things to your benefactor. Ronald says, yeah, oh, very well, I'll go speak to them immediately, and kind of heads off. But yeah, they start loading up the crates, getting them into their pattern. Eventually, again, unless somebody wants to do something.
Sorry, writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna really interrupt anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kind of see what they do still.
When they're announcing these things, the shipping manifest stuff, they're they actually
they are not announcing the contents of the crate. They're simply saying crate A from the dig site, from the Wyatt dig site, crate B from the Wyatt dig site.
Are all of them, all 6 of them,
They are all,
Wyatt Digsite?
5 of them are.
Okay.
One of them is returning gear from the guild. Wise. Down comes Captain again with Wyatt, who starts instructing the technicians here. Points to go with box A. It says, take that one up and put it in the. This one will be the center display. Be careful. And the technicians come over and grab it and carry it up to the exhibit hall, making their way through the narrow stairs to get it up above. Eventually, they come back.
Before they come back,
Mhm.
given that that's a few
Yeah, it'll
minutes,
take some
whatever,
time.
I would talk to Mr. Wyatt and kind of ask just for a brief summary of the artifacts. We're Darby's personal security team, and we just need to make sure that everything. We need to know a little bit about what we're protecting.
Oh, yes. Well, I worked on a dig site, you see, up on the mountain of Ridley. Far too high for any useful infrastructure, and the surveyors said it was no real mineral value, and so I pleaded with Mr. Darby to buy the site and allow me to do an excavation on behalf of his company, and he was more than happy to fund the operation. And so me and my colleagues we dug out the caves up there, and he definitely seems to be like stammering for the words to describe things. And he just kind of goes, we uncovered a cave and found trinkets, artifacts left behind by some of the old beings of Malifaux. Most of them, frankly, not that great. Most of them damaged beyond any sort of value, though Mr. Darby has asked that I bring everything back that I found. Perhaps we might be able to reconstruct some of them in a workshop, but out on the field, no. And he kind of is like, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. And he goes over to where crate A was. Like that was a column we found in the main cavern, the cave. It was it was a support structure, but it had many intricate carvings on it. I believe they were recording information or something on it. I'm not quite sure, but it definitely is a standout piece amongst the collection. And kind of goes over to this one, which is B, and goes, this one contains a weapon we found, a large two-handed sword. It was very worn, very not really the flashiest thing, but the fact that these creatures were forging and wielding weapons so long ago, it's really fascinating, and I do hope to examine it further. I need to find some conclusions on what it was actually used for, you see. And then he goes up to this box here, and he goes, this one contains a tablet we found. The only tablet that was in a good enough shape that we could actually reconstruct it. We've mounted it to a wooden frame, you see, and recreated the form it was supposed to be in as best as we could. Everything matches up almost perfectly, so we're very sure this is a whole tablet. We aren't sure what it says. Deciphering a forgotten language by such primeval people will require some time, but I do believe it at least makes for a nice display piece, as we are about to see. And then he goes to this one. Oh, did I do?
Oh.
I made a boo-boo. So there's supposed to be one extra crate in here that isn't here. Yes,
Okay.
there is, but it's not that big of a deal. Just realize I'm not lying to you. There was supposed to be 6 crates of things that his people brought in, 1 extra crate of guild supplies.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, boo-boo on my part. But anyways, continuing on, he goes to that crate. He goes, this one is transporting a skull we found. It might have been used for some sort of ritual purpose. We aren't sure. It was on a pedestal, but it lacked the ornate gravitas of what would traditionally be something of importance. So we aren't sure if it was perhaps something later or and he kind of sits there and he's like, I'm sorry, you just asking about the contents and I'm lost in thought.
No, this is fascinating. Was the skull ornate in any way, or?
No, it was fractured and damaged when we got it. It's clearly not human, I can tell you that much. But once we put it all on display, I plan on explaining things to everyone in the hall, anyone who wishes to hear my rambling. But
Cannot wait for that.
yes, Mr. Darby has afforded me a very career-defining opportunity with this, and I'm very thankful for that. He then goes over to this one, and that's this one. It's like this one pairs very well with the sword we found, for this is what we believe to be a set of armor. When we found it, it was nothing more than a pile of plates and scrap, but we believe we reconstructed it what it was supposed to look like. And it's quite odd, quite ornate in nature, frankly. But you'll see it when it's on display. It's kind of a piece to behold. And finally, he goes to this one, and because like this one is unfortunately the damaged things. Many of those stone tablets I talked about, they've been accumulated in sacks that we've had to keep separated, and basically anything that wasn't good for display purposes, we've put here. Mr. Darby has made it clear that this was supposed to be for the people, for his guests. He wants to make a show of it, and nothing in here is really worth putting out in the open. It's frankly rubble, rocks, scraps, things that just don't make for an appealing show, to be honest. But yes, this is all that we're able to excavate from my dig site. I hope that answers questions.
Yes, I cannot wait for your speech where you might regale us on what you think each piece could mean.
Yes, I wouldn't be too hopeful from at least the audience. Knowing them, they're a bunch of stuffy folk who aren't all that interested in what I found. They're more here for the claim to fame. I was there for Mr. Darby's exhibit. They don't care about practical things.
Well, I will be there with bended ear.
At least I'll count on someone there to placate my obsession with such things. It'll be good to have someone to talk to.
Oh,
Very good. I'll let you get back into commanding the men.
Yes, thank you. Which one? Yeah, they come in. Sure enough, yeah, he starts saying, "This one's this. It should go in this corner," and he just kind of, yeah, unless someone wants to do anything else, the same process keeps playing out of like this one goes there. Be sure to set it up like this. Don't touch that. General instructions on how delicate and careful they have to be.
So these are standard crates. Do the people carrying them up have like the crowbar or anything on them?
Yes, the technicians do keep the tools on them.
Okay.
At least these ones do.
Right.
Yeah, they go up, they load, and then bring the crates right back down and put them where they were. So eventually,
Can't
yeah.
open any of them.
You need a crowbar.
I do.
They got crowbars. Where'd they get their crowbars from?
They have them in their pouches
Mm-hmm.
because they're kangaroos.
Yes. Their bag of holding.
These nuts.
Uh,
About halfway through the like them bringing them up, I would actually go up to the top floor at that point.
mm-hmm.
I would, before I go, I would tell Pierre to let me know immediately if anything happens with these prisoners and be on his guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's a better thing of saying.
Right.
Being Thaddeus is hard. I don't have good language skills for it.
No, you're doing good.
Yeah. Anything from Bolt or Wheeler? Or do we have any?
I mean, I can't open them.
I mean, you could ask.
Nobody.
You could just say, "Mind if we have a peek?" Are you bawdy enough to ask?
No. I want to open them, but I'm not like, let's rummage through all of them, you know. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Any like, it's gonna be an open question. Any vibe or feeling from any of them? Any draw? Any temptation?
I was gonna say I don't see any, or I don't personally. I don't feel.
Nothing is like compelling you or tempting you necessarily. I will point out that yes, the crate that he pointed out has all the bro stuff, has lots of like careful, fragile written on it. That's the one that's actually like labeled with like, yeah, don't fucking throw this shit around. But beyond that, no, there's doesn't seem to be anything supernatural or happening out of character for you. Good.
Yeah, Ryan pretty much asked everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I'm cool with it. Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, yeah, all the crates will be taken upstairs and unloaded. And Thad will go up and he will see almost exactly what as Mr. Ronald Wyatt described. There's a column sitting in the middle, sword, skull, what was it, armor, and tablet.
Tablet, yeah.
Yeah, and so like all these things seem to be setting up pretty much how he described them. Once everything's placed and secured, the ship will pretty much be ready to take off again.
And then we're just basically doing the same thing.
Yep, you're making a return trip now.
Okay.
But with that, do we want to call it? Because it is now 11:30, and I think there's enough here that we're definitely going to have to do a part 2.
Is there enough that we might have to do a part 3 to where we should do a little bit more? Or is this
Probably
like
not.
the best breaking point?
This would be a good breaking point. Because yeah, we are now essentially entering Act 3 of the 3 acts.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh wow. Yeah. I didn't get that at all. I thought it was.
Act 1 was the being docked and you guys having free run of the ship to check things out. Act 2 was the travel there, and Act 3 is the travel back.
Oh
goddamn.
wow! I thought
We're
that
back again. Yeah.
I thought that this was going to be Act 2.
Cool.
Okay.
So and yeah,
Oh.
then yes, of course, Act 3 is where a lot of the stuff that can happen is. So
Will happen.
So yeah, rather than like try to rush through it or even do it when it's this late, it'd probably be better to do it with more, fresh, session.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So yeah, if everyone's cool, we'll call it there.
Yeah.
There's definitely a mystery afoot. but-
Yep, there's definitely something brewing.
I'm amazed that this is Act 3 because it feels like there's now a lot more pieces. Like I would have understood more.
Yes,
so that,
the puzzle is coming together.
yeah.
So, yeah, there.
Well, there's more moving pieces.
Yes,
in the
there's more
puzzle,
moving.
suddenly.
Yes. Yeah, I will say you guys missed out on a lot of the early information.
Oh, I bet.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Always, yeah.
I mean, a lot of it is just chance of you guys saying like, "I want to be here." It's like that's not where something's happening. Okay, so it's not your fault of like you did. Why didn't you do that skill check at that time? It's just
What?
you guys were doing what you were doing. So,
All right.
but we'll see. Again, that you don't have to know the puzzle to solve it. Yeah. You can murder hobo this one.
You can murder hobo this one.
Yep.
Well,
It'll be stupid and fun, but you can do it. So okay, I will save the game. Episode 12 mid and save. Go. Oop. So yeah, we'll call it here. To the strange people who know all about Rocky and Bullwinkle who watch this. Thank you for watching.
I actually completely forgot about that.
You got full loop. You got to bring it back around.
Yeah.
Also, actually, that joke
There
doesn't
and
work
back
because I
again.
think that was when we were muted that we made that joke. So
oh shit.
it's completely lost, which is perfect for everything we do. So thanks for watching. Bye.
Boy.
Bye.
Bye.